Hey guys, it's Hope. I'm back today to talk to you about life balance. Last week, we talked about what is life balance, and this week we're going to talk about the signs and symptoms of knowing you're out of balance. This video goes along with the blog that I wrote, and my original intention was to kind of just give you a recap of what the blog says. But the more I tried to do that, the more it just totally didn't work, and I've actually filmed this like 5 times. So today I decided that I'm just going to talk to you about it. And whatever the blog says, that's fine. Um, and you can go read it. It's on my website. I'll give you that when we're done. So today we're just talking about how do we know when we're out of balance. I've got the 5 obvious signs and the 5 not so obvious signs on my blog, and I'll go over those in a minute. I was talking to a friend of mine this week about this blog and about this video and how I was kind of having a hard time with it. And what I realized during that conversation was that I was actually running pretty out of balance with it. So, I'm not used to blogging. I'm new at this, and I'm not used to doing videos at all. Pretty new at this too. And I was spending like 10 hours a day when I would try to write my blog to try to make it perfect. And I wasn't eating my normal meals. I wasn't moving at all. Like, I wear a Fitbit, and I was literally getting like 500 steps that day. So it totally made me realize that what I was doing was out of balance. So I'm here to tell you that I am definitely not an expert at this. What I'm doing is I'm having a conversation, I'm bringing awareness to a topic so that we can all learn together. And that's really what a life coach does. A life coach doesn't come in and go, you should do this and you should do that. A life coach comes in and says, I don't know, let's explore this. How do you feel about this? And a life coach asks the right questions so that you can learn and do your own self-exploration. So in writing my blog, I totally did my own self-exploration. So what I did today is I got up and I went for a walk outside, and I did a little weightlifting workout at home, nothing major. And then I had time to think about what I wanted to say. But ultimately, I'm not like reading any script. I'm not like doing anything I had to, be perfect or anything. I'm just talking. So when I decided to like chill out and relax and just say what I wanted to say, it made it a lot easier. And for me today, that was balance, because I believe balance comes from the inside out. So balance is a reflection of what we feel on the inside being manifest in our outside world. Does that make sense? So the stress we take on the inside reflects on the outside. So if we decide on the inside, like, whatever, can't control it, I'm not going to be stressed about that. To some extent, right? I mean, we got to do what we can do in the real world. We can't just throw up our hands at everything and be like, nothing matters, I have no say. That's not how it goes. What I'm saying is that some things we don't have control over, and those are the ones we're like hitting ourselves against the wall because we can't control it and we can't find a way to control it. Totally other tangent here, right? I'm gonna get off on a totally other topic. But what I'm saying is that if we can realize what we can control and what we can't, and give balance to the things we can control, then we can have life balance. So I want to read to you the definition I came up last week, because I did promise you guys I would share this with you. So I'm going to read it, because every time I try to just say it, I totally mess it up. Even though I came up with it myself, when I try to repeat it, it comes out differently. So I'm going to read it to you. Here's what it says. A balanced life allows one the opportunity to give every part of their life the amount of time and attention they deem appropriate and healthy. So see where I'm going with this? What I was doing with my blog and my videos was not appropriate or healthy, because I was like locked away in my home for 12 hours straight just to write a blog and figure out what I was going to say online. I totally overthought it, which I tend to do that, which is just kind of funny. So now real quick, here are the 5 most obvious signs you could be out of balance. Number 1, you dread doing the things you know you have to do because you hate them, right? Obvious. Number 2, you work more than you want to or feel like you should, because maybe you're not liking it, or maybe you're just tired, maybe you got other stuff you want to do. I don't know. Number 3, you can't remember the last time you had fun. That one's kind of sad. I hope that's not the case, but if it is, what can you do about it? Well, number 4, you can't sleep because shit's going on in your head. And you're worried about what you said yesterday, and you're worried about what you're going to do tomorrow, and you're worried about money, and you're worried about family, and you're worried about everything. That causes problems, right? And number 5, you drink, you smoke, or you do recreational drugs, or you do something to escape what's going on in the real world because you don't like the real world. Okay? Those are the 5 obvious signs. Let's hit on the 5 not so obvious signs. Number 1, you spend too much time taking care of everybody else. Now that's cool if you like taking care of everybody else, but if you find that you're like kind of resenting it or you're wishing you knew how to say no, no bueno, guys. Number 2, sorry, I'm reading my list here because again, I'm going to forget what I even said on my blog. So, number 2, you don't have things to look forward to. We all need something to look forward to, something that's exciting, something that we want to do in the future. Yeah, because it helps us get through the stuff we know we have to do today. So having something to look forward to is good. And it can be as little as the weekend. It can be as little as I'm going to have a nice cup of tea when I get home, whatever it is. Third one, no creativity in your life. Are you lacking creativity? We all have a creative genius inside of us. Even if you can't paint or draw or sing, I can't sing at all. You've got, I don't know why that was relevant, but I thought I'd tell you that. I don't sing. I mean, I do, but you don't want to hear it. What I do creatively, I dance. I do choreography, I do Zumba, I dance. It's fun and it's silly, but it's creative. Number 4, you find yourself turning down invitations to things that sound like fun, but they're just too much trouble to bother doing. Like you get invited to the movies and you're like, that would be fun, but if I go to the movies, I'll be behind on this, I'll be behind on that. May or may not be true. However, if you take a little time out to have some fun, then you'll be more focused. Then you'll be more like, okay, now I got to get my work done. And it's balance. Hello. And number 5, you do things because of the future reward. So like pensions and retirements come to mind, although I'm sure there are other things too, like I'm only doing this to get that, but I hate it, but I really want that. Okay? Not so good there, because the energy you're putting out to do things you don't like to do creates negativity in your world, and it makes you think like negative stuff. So my challenge for you this week is to just go through your week normal and take note, write down, tell Siri, whatever you need to do, how you feel throughout the day and how you feel when you're doing different things. So notice, like, do I want to go to work? Do I want to do this that I have to do? Do I get to do things I want to do? Just don't change anything. Just notice how you feel at different times of the day as you go through your week. Okay? Now, next week, we're going to dive right into how to achieve your life balance, how to get your life back on track. Yes, your whole life. No, we're just going to talk about some of the things you can do to start to get things back into balance. Are we going to be in balance 100% all the time? Probably not. I know I'm not, and that's what I'm sharing with you guys. But getting a little closer, getting a little bit, feeling a little bit better on the inside so that our world looks a little bit better on the outside is the goal. Okay? So that's it. If you enjoyed my video, please, please, please subscribe down below. Please like, please share. Please feel free to comment right here. It's where you do it. And I'll see you guys next week. Oh, and in case anybody's wondering, this thing I'm holding in my hand, this is a blue lace agate, and it's one of my favorite stones. Okay, bye.